Hello children. Today we are going to continue lesson number 1, a period of transition, and we'll be studying Industrial Revolution. Industrial Revolution began in England in 1750 CE. In this era, machine began to take over some of the work of men for the production of goods. We can say that Industrial Revolution was the beginning of machine age. We did use machines earlier as well, but they were very simple, like plough, air pump, printing press and spinning wheel. But after 1750, new inventions came faster and they brought more rapid changes in more people's lives. The Industrial Revolution changed men's ways of living and thinking all over the factory system. Production was now carried on in a factory in place of workshops in homes with the help of machines in place of simple tools. Facilities for productions were owned and managed by capitalists, the people with money to invest in further production. Everything required for production was provided by the capitalist for the workers who were brought together under one roof. Everything belonged to the owner of the factory, including the finished products, and workers worked for wages. This system was known as the factory system. Well, in other words, you can say that the factory system was production carried in factories through machines, which were owned by capitalists. Workers who worked in these factories were paid wages. Why did Industrial Revolution begin in England? The Industrial Revolution came late to India due to its complicated political, social and economic relationship with Great Britain. As a result, it took decades before India started adopting modern industrial practices such as steam power, mechanized spinning and weaving in its textile manufacturing. Well, in general, if we talk, as we all know, by the beginning of the 18th century, England had lots of colonies all over the world. So, we can say that they had lots of capital or money. You can say that they earned lot of profit. So, financially they were very strong and they had planned to use their colonies as a market for the finished product, and they would get raw materials from their factories. Now let us see point-wise, why did the Industrial Revolution begin in England? Point number 1. Because in overseas trade, including trade in slaves, England accumulated wealth, which could provide the necessary capital. Point number 2. England had acquired colonies which ensured a regular supply of raw materials. Example, India. Point number 3. People were no longer tied to the land and were free to take any job they could find. Point number 4. Due to the enclosure movement, there was no shortage of labor power to work in the factories. Point number 5. As a result of the revolution of the 17th century, a stable system of government had been established. Point number 6. England had plenty of natural resources such as iron and coal essential for industries. Point number 7. England developed a large shipping industry and had no problem of transportation. Therefore, no other country enjoyed all these advantages in this period. These factors made England a natural place for the Industrial Revolution to begin. Major inventions. Let us see the major inventions that took place in the textile industry. Some other inventions are: first, steam engine was improved and amended by James Watt in 1769. It provided reliable power and could be used to power large machines. Second, George Stephenson used steam engine in railways to carry passengers. Third, MacAdam devised the method of making pakka or macadamized roads. Now let us see what was the impact of Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution impacted the environment. The world saw a major increase in population, which, along with an increase in living standards, led to the depletion of natural resources, which eventually resulted in the two world wars. Now, let us study about the impact of Industrial Revolution point-wise. The Industrial Revolution resulted in mass production of a variety of goods which were exported overseas. Industrialization resulted in trade and commerce on a large scale. The Industrial Revolution brought countries and people together. It led to the rise of new industrial capitalists who were the owners of means of production. It resulted in the concentration of economic power in few hands. The inhuman conditions of work of factory workers and their exploitation led to the passing of many factory acts in England for safeguarding the rights of workers. During the early decades of the Industrial Revolution, a new theory of laissez-faire or let us alone gained momentum. As per this theory, the state should not interfere in the economic affairs of the country. This doctrine began to be opposed in later decades. The rise of socialism and communism can be attributed to the reaction against the evils of the capitalism. With this, we come to an end with the today's topic. In our next class, we'll be studying about imperialism in detail.